Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 22nd of September. With McShane, we're working our way through Paul's second letter to the Corinthians, today reading chapter 11, where Paul addresses the issue of false prophets, false apostles, people that had come into the church with all sorts of heresy and false teaching and were busy undermining the faith of the Corinthian church. And he says in verse 13, "For such men are false apostles, deceitful workmen, masquerading as apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. It is not surprising then if his servants masquerade as servants of righteousness. Their end will be what their actions deserve." And as I read that, I thought, here is Paul describing these people that are part of the church as servants of Satan, Satan's servants. And as I thought about that, I think one of the things that Satan has so very cleverly done is in the common mind, which feeds through into our thinking so often, he's painted this appallingly bad and evil picture of evil. And so if you think of the devil in the world, you think of somebody with horns and red skin and a tail and hooves and picked up all these ideas, very often from the Middle Ages, of what evil is, and that's what they portray it as. And what that means for us is that so often, if that's not what people see, they're not aware that it's evil. And these people in the church, they hadn't come in sort of proclaiming that they were worshipping Satan. They hadn't come in saying they thought everybody should practice child sacrifice. They didn't come in saying, instead of having a communion service, let's have an orgy. That's not what they were saying. They were saying all the right things, but not quite. They looked the part. They acted the part. They came across, Paul says here, as servants of righteousness. They looked right. But what they were teaching was wrong. And nothing has changed. In the church today, there are many people that come looking the part, sounding the part, appearing to be the part, wonderful to have it at a dinner table, superb over a cup of tea. They're eloquent and they can entertain and they can engage and they're such nice people. But Paul says these are people that are actually the servants of Satan. And the issue was what they were teaching. It wasn't that they were horrible people. It wasn't that there was something particularly disgusting about them. It's that their teaching was wrong. They were leading people away from Christ. They were undermining the gospel. And so that's why as Christians we've got to hang on to the gospel. And the better we know the scriptures, the stronger we can stand. And the less likely false teachers are to mislead us. And that's all we can stand on, the scriptures. And so time and again, I say to people, don't listen to me, look to the scriptures. If what I say in any way differs from what you see in the scriptures, go with what you see. Ignore what I say. Stand on God's word. And if we can do that, we will be protected by his Spirit, by his truth, from the false apostles masquerading as angels of righteousness, whereas in actual fact, they are agents of the evil one. So be challenged, but be encouraged that we know the truth. Be blessed.